Welcome to the training of admins on how to use schrep school web application. We're going to go over academic year creation, term creation, department creation, classes creation, subjects, assigning subjects for classes, adding teachers, bulk teachers, adding students in bulk, and assigning subjects to teachers. The first thing we're going to go over is academic year creation. And first off, once an admin logs in, you're going to come here to years and terms, and then that's where you're going to see the options to be able to create a new academic year. So straight off here we have a few academic years, and I'm going to create a new one. So I'll hit new academic year, and I'll just choose 1920. So that's going to be the new academic year for this particular test school. And I save the year. Right? And straight up that gives me a new year 2019-2020. So the next thing we're going to do from that is create a term in this new academic year. So to do that, basically, if you're at this panel, you're still going to come to years and terms right here, and then you click open on the academic year that you want to create a term in. And then here we would have no terms, so we just hit new term. Then in that new term, we'd say we're creating first, second, or third term. So we would choose first term and hit next. Then we provide dates. So I'll choose random date here, January 1st. January 1st to April 24th. And then I create it. So now we have a new term, and if this is going to be the term that we are currently in, it has to be set as an active term. So to do that, just click on the term, and then it's going to open the informational, extra information or views about the term. And then from here, we are just going to choose here, click here, and then set to active. So once you do that, this operation is going to set this term as the current term of the current academic year, and this will cause the current term to be switched to default. So we're just going to hit that, and then it becomes our current term. So once that is done, we can go back to our term view and we see an indicator on the terms that says live, and we know that this is now our current term. And then also when we go to the years view, academic years, we're going to see live on the term, live in the year that has the current term. So that is 2019-2020. Next thing we're going to take a look at is adding departments. So to do that, basically go back to the home. You can use this navigation here to quickly jump through the views. So to create a new department, we're going to go to home, and once we're in home, just hit departments. Now this test school that we have has a few departments, has lower primary and JSS, or junior high school. So just to demonstrate this, I'm going to create one extra department as upper primary, then I'll choose a grading system. So this, you can always choose default grading system. Once we do that, now we have upper primary created. So once that is done, then we can go ahead to the next step. So in the next step, we're going to create classes that are going to be in the upper primary department. So to do that, we'll still go back to our home view for the admins, and to be able to create classes, you need to go to this tab or click on this class levels. Then once you click on class levels, you're going to see this view. You're going to get this view where you see it's going to be a list of all your classes, and then you also be able to choose list of classes by department. So you can choose lower primary, there's just one class. Upper primary, we have no class, and then junior high, where we have these default classes, or these are just sample classes. So I'm going to put it back on this view, and then I'm going to click on this new level. It's actually new class level. So I'm going to choose the department as upper primary, and then I'm going to select. So the classes that I can create from upper primary are between class 4, 5, and 6. So here I just need to create one of these. I'll choose 4, and I'll say save level. So now I have a new class, class 4, and then once you have a class level, normally to be able to put students inside, you need a section. So for instance, you can have class 4A, class 4B, or if you choose to name your section, give it a descriptive name or anything, you can do that. So to demonstrate that, I'll choose a class 4, and then I'll hit new class. So inside the level, then you choose new class, and that basically allows you to create a new class section. So here, title of the new class will be, this is just an example, so you can type the same thing. So here I'll choose to section A, and I'll just put into bracket intelligence. And here you can immediately choose a teacher to assign to the class. So I would choose, I'll choose a random teacher, Pep Guardiola. I think I'll come back to change that. So there we have a class. The class is empty. So that's how to create a class. Next, we will look at adding subjects for this class, class 4. So to be able to do that, you have to come to the home and then go to click on the button known as subjects. And then I'm going to, since we're trying to create a subject for class 4 is in upper primary, so we'll go to upper primary, and straight up we have class 4 displayed, and then we can see new subject. So I want to create just random subjects, math, or save, science, or save, English, or save, and I'll add Ghanaian language, core, and save, as well as you could choose elected. So let's just make this elected and we save it. So now that is done, and this is the view that you normally get for that. So the next thing we're going to do is add teachers, and this we're going to add teachers in bulk. So to be able to do that, still have to go to the home view, and then we're going to go to teachers, and then we're going to hit this import teachers over here, this cloud icon. Then we're going to choose a file. Once you hit the choose file, you're going to get this pop up, and then you're normally going to have a CSV of teachers. So we're going to make this CSV file available that you can use to upload teachers in bulk. It's basically a form of Excel file, and then you just type in the list of teachers you have into the rows, and then later on you use this feature to upload the teachers, where you just hit the choose, select the file, and then hit open here. In this case, once you do that, you're going to get the list of teachers in the file. So here we have 2 teachers, Carlo Ancelotti. He's a male, his email, his no phone number, the default password that he's going to get, and date of birth. And then our second teacher is Charlotte Osei. She's a female. Oh, I missed the E. Female with an email, phone number, password, birthday. So information looks good enough, and I'm going to hit bulk upload. So once I click on that, I'm going to have to choose nationality for the teacher, and I just choose select Ghana. I think I missed that. Okay, there we go. So I click on Ghana, and I'm not going to choose to send verification because I'm just going to leave it blank. So I hit next, and I could choose any one of these. So now I'm going to choose class teacher, then I'm going to import, and then I'm going to hit view all teachers, and it's going to take us to a view of all the teachers, and straight away we can see Carlo Ancelotti and Charlotte Say. So this is an alphabetical listing of teachers by first name. So I have other sample teachers that we created early. That's it for demonstrating how to create how to insert teachers in bulk. Next thing, we're going to take a look at adding students in bulk and inserting them into classes. So what we're going to do is go back to our home view, and what we're going to do, we're going to insert students from a file that we've also created. It's also like the same Excel file, kind of like the one for the teachers. And then we're going to insert the students into the class 4 section A intelligence that we created. So to do that, I have to go to students, and then in students I'm going to hit this import students, select it, and then here I'm going to choose file again, then I'm going to say select students CSV. Right, that file contains a list of random students that you want to insert into our school, and then I hit open, and then right off it loads the information of the student. So we can see Kamala Dumont, Ellen Sirleaf, Angela Merkel, Sheryl Sandberg, Michelle Obama, Nancy Pelosi, Nelson Mandela. So these are our students. We hope we'll be able to contain them. These are great people. And then we hit bulk upload. Once we think all the information is good enough, we just hit bulk upload. And then here we have to fill in the information. So you have to select what class they're going into. They're going to go into class 4 section A intelligence. So once you're trying to do this, you're going to see other classes, and if your students are not going to the same class far as this demonstration, where you can put it in those classes. So we choose class 4 from here, section A, and then we have to insert them into a term. So the term, once you hit the term, it's going to give you this list where you're going to see other terms, but we want to insert them into 2019-2020 first term. So we hit that, and then here I click register all students. By checking this box, you'll be registering all students with these, all the subjects associated with a class 4 with these students. So immediately you'll be able to start recording assignments for them. So right up here, I'm just going to hit next. Then I have to choose nationalities for the students. So the same thing, I'm just going to hit G and then scroll through the G column to Ghana, and all the students would be imported as Ghanaians. And then I can go ahead and view my classroom. So it's taking me straight to class 4, section A. I'm just waiting for the list of students to show up. So at the moment, the students are not going to show because we have not completed the few setups. So we're going to go ahead and complete that. What those involve are assigning subject to teachers, and then letting teachers create a few configurations to be able to let the students list show for a given class. So we're going to go ahead and assign subjects to the teachers we imported. So we're going to go back to our home. Then this time to do it, we're going to go to our previous view that we've already visited, that is years and terms. And then we're going to hit on the 2019-2020 academic year. And then we choose our first term, and then we choose class 4 for this term. So once we are here, we're going to see our class and our teacher. We're going to hit the class, and then we're going to say we're going to assign the teachers for these subjects. So we're going to assign math to Pep Guardiola. I'm going to assign math to Charlotte Jose. And here I'll leave it on apply students. So once we do that, all the students are going to be applied onto this. So it says Charlotte Jose has 7 students in her math class. Then science teacher is going to be Charlotte Jose again. And then English, I want to assign English to, well, I think Carlo Ancelotti is a bad English speaker, though he coached at Chelsea. So let's give it to Charlotte again. And then, now we have Ghanaian language. Wow. Well, it wouldn't be bad to have Carlo Ancelotti teach Ghanaian language with it. So then we say apply to all, and we assign. Okay, now we have that configured, and all our subjects have teachers, and all the 7 students we imported have been registered onto all the classes, all the subject classes. Nice. So from here, the next thing we want to do once all this is finished, once we're done with this, I want to go back to view the students in the classes. So to do that again, as an admin, normally you still have to come back to home and then go to class levels. So once you've configured your teachers, subjects, and students and classes, anytime you just want to take a look at classes and students in it and how they are performing, just come to class levels, and then you choose the class and the section that you want to view. So class 4, section A, click on it, and then straight away you're going to see a list of your students, or the students in that class. So there we have Komla, Ellen, Angela, Cheryl, Michelle, Nancy, and Nelson. And there we have our student. So, and from here we also indicate, the system is going to indicate to us that we're in first term 2019-2020. So one more thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the class teacher. So to do that, you can choose to come back by clicking this button, and then right here where we have clicked on section A to view the students in the section, at this far right side, there's 3 dots, just click on it and hit settings. Then here we just change it to Charlotte Jose. So she's the class teacher and she's also the subject teacher. So now that is done. Now, so for section A, class 4, our class teacher is Charlotte Jose. So we're going to just go over a few things. So once you come into this view, the sections viewer, and then you take a look at the list of students, you can actually click on the student and then take a look at the courses they are doing and how they are performing. This is just a quick glance. As well as once, if you wanted to, in case in the future when you have done created new terms or gone to a new academic year and you have done promotions and maybe you want to promote one particular student, to do that you just have to click on this arrow here, and then you see send command mode to maybe a different class. So you have straight away clicked on maybe GSS and hit move student, and then the students will now be moved into GSS class. There's going to be a video on that separately, so this is just for all. Now I'm going to go over the functionalities for the teachers. So we're just going to log in as one of the teachers, completed configurations for the teacher, and then add assignments, mark a few assignments, then take a look at how the system performs for teachers. So to do that, I'm just going to log out. We can do a quick shortcut by hitting on the drop down here and then logging out. So log out, and then Charlotte's email was sherry at schrep.info, and her password was unique to me. So we enter the system as Charlotte, and straight away we can take a look at here by clicking this C over here. It's just the first letter of a name. Then we're just going to see a name over here, Charlotte say, and an email share at schrep.info. Clicking this without sign up. We don't want to sign up. So this view gives a quick glance of a class where she has these students listed. She's been assigned 4 subjects and she has 7 students in her class. You can click here to go to attendance, click here to view analytics on the class, click here to generate reports either for one student or the entire class, and she can well, if Charlotte is using her phone, she could take a picture of her signature and upload it onto the system, and that will be added to all the reports that are generated for her or for her class, since she's the class teacher. So straight away I'm going to go to one of the subjects at random and try to finish the configuration for just one subject so that you see how the teacher can complete configurations and be able to start using schrep actively, productively, daily. So I'm just going to click on subjects, and it's going to give us a list of the subject that she teaches. So the subjects she teaches are English and math, and then we can also, since she's a subject teacher, the system is going to list the subjects that are taught by other teachers for her class. So Ghanaian language and science are taught by Carol and Sluddy. So next, I'm just going to pick one of these. That's her classes. Let's pick math. So I'm just going to click on math, and then I'm going to hit first we have something called buckets. So buckets are basically like the collections of assignments. You have homeworks, you have classwork, midterms, and exams. So I'm just going to create probably just 2 of them for demonstration. So I'm going to create classwork. I'm just going to leave it on classwork and weights. So the weights in all, you're going to create a group of buckets, and they're all going to have weights that sum up to a total of 100. So here for classwork, I'm going to say classwork is going to be weighted as 20%. And you can read it as 20% of the performance of the child for the entire class. So classwork is 20%, and the next time you want to create a new bucket, you're going to be left with 80%. So I'm going to say, I don't want to create homework. I want to just say final exams, and I'm going to give the remaining 80% to final exams. So that is done, and we can take a look at a quick detour gradebook that will normally show you a list of students and the assignments that you were given and how they performed, as well as analysis view for the particular subject, where you see students and how they are performing for the subject you are teaching if you're a teacher. So I'm going to go back here, and then I'm going to create a few classwork assignments. So it's suggesting to me that I can make it a classwork one, so I'm just going to type the same thing. You can type whatever you want as the label of the assignment. So I'm just going to leave it as classwork one. I'll say total marks is 40 or 50. And you can normally set issue dates as the date you issue the assignment, and then the date the assignment is due. So let's just push this to the following Monday. So just a random date, 11th February 2019, and hit save. So now we have one classwork, and I'm going to click on the classwork, and then I'm going to hit on this NM is where you actually set the score for a classwork. So what you can do is you can set a bunch of scores for all the students at once, assuming they all scored. So here I'm just going to assume they all scored 37, and then hit scores. I'm going to check the score for all students, and I'm going to leave comment blank and just hit save. And that is going to save the score for all the students. So that means all the students got the same mark. And then if you want to change just for one student, you can just equally hit just that student again and change the mark. You could type the number or use this drop downs to enter it and just hit save, and it's going to save for just that student. Normally it's going to jump to the next student just to help you edit the next student if you wanted to. So here I could reduce this one and hit save. So that's the difference. And once you're done, one thing you can do is here you can hit this, and it says classwork has been placed in review mode. So once you place a classwork in review mode, it means the school administrator can go and review it and then hit approve. He's going to set the assignment as approved, and what that's going to do is it allows parents to view approved subjects, the scores of the awards for approved subjects. So if the subject has not been reviewed by an administrator, it does not appear on the mobile app for parents. So that is kind of like unfinished business. So once the teacher is ready to, once the teacher is done marking and good with his marks, he sets it to review mode, and then an administrator is going to be able to look through and say okay and hit approve, and then it's going to be available for parents to view on their mobile apps. So this is done. Then I'm just going to hit close here to go back to the buckets view, and then I'm going to first I'm just going to jump to assignments. So assignments, we're going to have some charts showing, obviously, because we've entered some figures. So this is what we're going to get. And then you can also take a look at the grade book. We're going to see, so grade book, we just have one assignment, and these are the scores for the student. So back to the analysis view. First off, you have a chart or a graph here on the top, and then below you have the rankings of students. So it's going to rank all your students from first to last, just based on their performance. So I'm going to go back to assignments and then add scores for exams. So exams, I'm just going to give everyone full marks. So I'm going to say final 1 to 30. And then I'm not going to set a due date, I'm just going to save it. And then I'm going to come to final, click on final, and I'll give everybody full marks, so 30. And just to make it simpler, I'll give everybody full marks, I just hit score all students, and then I'll save it. Now all students have been scored, so then I hit this for review mode, and then it says students been final 1 has been placed in review mode, so then I can hit close. And also right here you can also like remove it from review mode or also put it back in review mode. So but it's just advice, once you're done with your assignment, just place them in review mode and school admins can take a look and review them. So here I'm just going to go back to grade book, and straight away you can also see that the scores for final 1 are appearing. And then here I go back to analysis, and again, so in the analysis now, since we've scored classwork and final exams and the total percentages for those both are 100, we can see that the highest students, Angela had 95, Cheryl had 95, almost everyone has 95, and Komla has 93. So that is how teachers can work with their subjects. So, but since this is a class teacher, I'm just going to go back to her class view and then take a look at how she's going to see what few options she's going to have. So straight away in the class view, she can take attendance of students by just coming. So this is always going to be on the current date unless you choose to change it to a different date, and then you're just going to hit control attendance. So once you click on control attendance, you can just click on this check here that saves changes. But normally what you want to do is hit those options, and then you can set the attendance for all students. So all students are present, and then that's it. Don't just hit. Your changes have not been saved, so to save it, we just hit this save, and now all the students have been, their attendance have been saved for this day, so they were all present. If you wanted to change a particular student, you just click on it, and it would just rotate between present, absent, late, and that's it. And once you're settled on the one that the student is getting, you just hit save. Then the next thing is you can come to this, click on the student view, where you're also going to see a quick ranking of the students. So compared to the graph in the this one is an overview of the student performance across all subjects in class 4. So if you click on it, you're going to get this mini report card view where you can see the performance. So we can see that we've only scored down for mathematics, and this particular student, Angela Merkel, has scored 95. So that's it. And from here, in the future, for instance, once you're in third term, this is where you can indicate whether you're repeating students or you are repeating, whether you're promoting a student or you're repeating. So by leaving this unchecked, it says repeat, and by checking it, you're promoting. So once you check this, you're going to have to specify a class that you're promoting the student to. So since it's class 4, ideally we should have had class 5, and the term should have been third term, 2019-2020. So here we're just going to go to the next view, which is analytics. And analytics is basically almost like the view for a particular subject, but since this subject class teacher, you have extra features. So you're going to see as part of the graph also this view where you have top students on the left and students that require attention on the right. So ideally this is going to be students that are not performing or are performing at the low end of the class that ideally we can dedicate extra attention to. You know, when you scroll down, you're going to see the performance of all the classes, of all the subjects in another graph. So here you can see mathematics. The average for mathematics is 94%. And the average for the other subjects are 0, since we've not scored anything for them. So last thing I think I'm going to take a look at is reports, where teachers can teachers only download single reports. So I'm just going to choose Angela, hit go. System is going to prepare her report. Hopefully that report is done. Wait, I'm going to generate it again because I need it to open in my browser. So I'm going to hit this. My browser configuration is a little different from everyone else, so I have to hold Alt and able to have it appear in my browser. There we go. So straight away we see Angela Merkel is in class 4, section A. Extra details about term, class, position. So she's the first, and she's already been scored for mathematics, where she performed 15% on the class score, 80% on the exams, and adding those we get 95% for her. And that would have been it. So this is where the signatures go if they were uploaded. The images were uploaded. So teachers can upload their signatures, and headmasters can upload their signatures. So that is it for this demonstration of the class. Well, the views that subject teachers get to see, as well as when the teacher is a class teacher. So coming back to the dashboard. Basically that's it. As well as the teacher can go take a look at her settings, his or her settings, and make it edits and changes as he or she deems fit. You could change your password or upload a picture, change any extra information you want, your email or anything of that sort. So here I'm going to log out and then log back in as the administrator. Alright, so back in the system out of that, as the administrator, I can go back to class levels to take a look at if I'm an administrator, I want to take a look at my classes and the performance. of class 4, section A. So I go into class 4 and section A taught by by Charlotte Say. Just click on section A, and then we're gonna see the performance of the students. So there we go. So that's how it's gonna appear. And then here, assuming that maybe at the end of the day our teachers have uploaded scores and then have indicated which assignments are ready to be reviewed. To be able to do that, I just go to home, to the home view, and then I go to approvals. So it is this one here, approved scores. I just click on it, and then it gives me a summary saying I have 2 assessments to review from only one class. So I click on Let's Begin, and I see the class. I just click on it, and I see the information about the class. It's about math. So straight up, these are the buckets that have had assignments added to them. And I can just take a look at the scores. Say okay, approve. Approve for the other one, and that's it. So the next that's it. So this is just a quick overview of some of the actions that can be taken by teachers and administrators of schools. So thank you very much for watching.